Back in the 1970s and 1980s, it was much easier to protect your assets. It was still possible to draw cash from your local bank account and take it to your private bank in Switzerland. There you'd deposit it in a numbered account. Whoever had the account number owned the account. It could have been a bank account owned by a company where the shares were owned by the bearer. The most important part of this old-style asset protection plan is that the paper trail was broken when moving money from your local bank account to your offshore account. Sadly, numbered Swiss bank accounts and showing up in Zurich and Geneva with suitcases full of cash are a thing of the past. Nowadays, we need to be more innovative about breaking the paper trail when moving money and assets overseas. Let's look at strategies you can use to protect your assets from lawsuits and divorce. Set up an offshore company in a secure jurisdiction. The offshore company should not be owned by you. It can be owned by a trust or a foundation established in a different jurisdiction to the company. When you have your structure in place, you can have it invoice you for services. High-value services, such as consulting, work best. If you think you'll have difficulty substantiating high-value invoices for hundreds of thousands of dollars from an offshore company, have it sue you in your local court. This could also be for a failed investment or business partnership. This can be for an extremely high amount, as damages can be included too. Assuming you put up a weak defense and the offshore company wins the case, you'll be ordered by the court to send money to the offshore company. What better way than that to make your assets disappear by court order? High rollers will often wire large amounts of money to casinos in advance of a trip. Assuming you like to gamble in exotic locations, it is possible to wire the money to a casino and withdraw the casino chips on your trip there. You don't actually have to do any gambling. You can then cash in the chips and have the casino wire the funds back to a different account in a different jurisdiction. As far as any investigator knows, you lost big at the tables. One asset protection strategy often used by the super rich is to establish a charity. We've all heard of the Gates Foundation and the Clinton Foundation, but there are thousands of other charitable foundations controlled by the wealthy. They can be used for legal tax avoidance as well as to protect your assets. Once you form the charity, donate a large amount. That money is no longer legally yours and can't be touched in any lawsuit or divorce. Precious metals have long been one of the best ways to protect your assets from lawsuits and divorce. Discreetly buying some gold and silver every month and storing it in a secure location well away from your home and business will work well to protect your assets. Many gold dealers allow you to buy gold with crypto. This further blurs the trail for any investigator trying to find your assets. Watches and jewelry can be highly liquid, particularly big brands like Rolex and Patek Philippe. You can buy jewelry with a high precious metal content which doesn't cost much more than the metal itself. This can be an ideal way to protect your assets, provided you don't keep them at home or at your office. These are just a few of the strategies that are used by the rich to protect their assets. Don't wait until the lawsuit or divorce starts. Make a plan well in advance and transfer assets every month, preferably over a period of years. This will make it much more difficult for anyone to track your assets. For anyone serious about protecting their wealth, Bulletproof Asset Protection is a must-read. This special report provides valuable secret strategies to make sure your money can never be touched or even found. You'll discover how to easily open secret bank accounts. You'll find out how to establish anonymous companies and trusts and the best jurisdictions around the world to keep your assets private and secure. Follow the link in the description to find out more.